And I know when I get triggered by somebody and I have a little story about them, you know,
Right.
yeah, that's for me.
Mm.
That's my cue to observe and witness. Okay, if I'm so triggered by them being disrespectful,
Mm.
where am I not respecting myself, somebody else? And
Yeah.
that's why it's a revolution because you rotate your perspective off the person that's 180 degrees and bring it back 360 to yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that makes it's like a mirroring effect. Like what you see something or you're noticing something out there, and then you're going, okay, wait, how does this? What's happening within myself in that moment, and being able to resolve or work through that. Is that kind of what you mean?
Yeah, and it's easy because not easy, it's hard to do, but it's easy to know because if you have an emotional trigger, and the angels taught us this very early on
Hmm.
in the book, is when you get triggered, and they said it's like, pouring salt in a wound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a sign you're about to get a gift.
Ah.
So it's when you're triggered, then your part of the conflict is within you.
Mm-hmm.
And the easiest way and this was the course through research and channeling and learning, is that when we can identify what that is in somebody else, because we usually can,
Right.
well, she so
Oh,
this and she so that,
yeah.
and then bring that back to ourselves
Mm.
and say, okay, where am I perpetrating that very thing I'm projecting onto her? And I'm telling you, 100% of the time when I do the process
Mm-hmm.
and I get that aha moment, we call it hanging and dang.
Mm.
Because you find that
Oh.
moment and you go, oh dang, it's me. Oh
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And then magically, mystically, miraculously, that conflict changes in a
Mm.
way that you can't do it if you go right, like Einstein said, you go right at the level of where it's being created.
Mm.
It has an influence. And so people either rise to the occasion or they disappear.
Mm.
And it's so interesting. I had a conflict I called the drunken marketing manager. And my soundbite was, she makes me do her work and then she criticizes me for it. Like I
Mm.
wasn't even supposed to be working for her, but I was overachieving, and she was criticizing me.
Mm.
That had to do with my husband at the
Mm.
time. When I finally, it took me a couple of weeks of going, I don't do that. I would never
Mm.
make somebody do my work and then criticize them for it.
Yeah.
And I finally called Teresa, and without missing a beat,
Uh,
remember the time, when your husband took care of everything and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, dang.
mm.
And so I was able to go to him and have a deeper healing moment that we maybe never would have had at that
Mm.
time. But it was so wonderful and healing for us. And the next day I went to work and she was fired.
Mm.
And I didn't,
Interesting.
that wasn't my intention. I
Yeah.
wasn't doing the work to get her fired. It's like, I just know that when I do it,
Things
some,
shift.
yeah, something shifts like that in this little magical kind of miraculous way.